You can combine yeast and baking powder, making your Nigerian egg roll, fish roll, and your Nigerian buns. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of stopping by Debbie's Kitchen, you're so welcome. And I would love that you comment in the comment section. Tell me where you're watching from so that I can give you a shout out in our next video. Now we are using 15 eggs for this recipe. This is for commercial purposes and the ingredients will be on the screen, and I'm going to also put the ingredients and the detailed measurement in the description box. We are just going to go on now to add in all our ingredients together in a bowl and mix. I usually advise that you use instant yeast for this recipe because that way you do not need to prove your yeast in warm water before adding it into your flour. Add in your water. We are using 3 cups of normal temperature water for this recipe. Mix it all together. I advise that for this recipe, the consistency of your dough should be a bit sticky. This is so that it will be easy for you to work with your dough and roll in your eggs into your dough without stress. Have you watched till this point and you haven't thumbs up this video? Do thumbs up this video to like and share. Comment and tell me what you think about this recipe. After mixing my dough thoroughly, I'm just going to allow my dough to rest. So many of my subscribers have used this recipe for their business, for personal purposes, and they've come back to testify that this recipe is one of the best recipes you can use making your egg roll. What it does is that it makes your egg roll to be light and fluffy. And don't worry, at the end of this video, I'm going to link a video whereby I showed detailed ingredients and measurement for this egg roll recipe combining yeast and baking powder up to 50 pieces, so you can check that out for commercial purposes. Rolling your egg like so, I immediately start heating up your oil to fry. For this recipe, you're not allowing your dough to proof, neither are you allowing your dough to rest before frying. No, since you added yeast, your dough will definitely start proofing, so you want to roll in your egg rolls in batches and start frying them immediately. This is to prevent your dough from proofing and, of course, preventing your egg roll from busting open while frying. You fry on consistently medium heat. I usually advise that you go for a deep wide pot. Even if you do not have a wide pot, make sure the pot you are using is deep and make sure you use sufficient oil. This will help your dough fry properly. It will prevent your egg roll from absorbing so much oil while frying and prevent your egg roll from having unnecessary cracks. Go on how to roll your egg roll in your palm again. This is to make sure that it is in the right shape and fry on medium heat. Some of you complain that your egg roll doesn't cook properly on the inside. This could be because you're not frying at the right temperature. You should fry on consistently medium heat. I usually advise that you heat up your oil. Once your oil is hot, reduce the heat, place your egg roll in there and allow it to cook properly and gradually. Once you are done frying your egg roll, take it out of the oil, set in a sieve or salver to strain excess oil, and your yummy, fluffy egg roll recipe is ready. If you are looking for a light, fluffy egg roll recipe whereby you use little dough to make your egg roll and make loads of profit, this egg roll recipe is one that you should consider. It has been tried and trusted, and I can assure you, you will not regret trying out my egg roll recipe. Now let's move on to our second Nigerian snacks whereby I combine yeast and baking powder. And that Nigerian snack is our Nigerian buns recipe. Of course, you can combine yeast and baking powder in your Nigerian buns recipe. What it does is that it gives you a very light and fluffy buns recipe if you are going for the soft buns, and give you a very soft and rocky buns recipe if you are going for the crunchy buns. It also helps you to gain or make more profits, if I'll put it that way. Now that the prices of things have gone up, a little dough goes a very long way, whereby you just scoop or cut little butter into the oil and your buns comes out looking bigger than usual because of the effects of the yeast and baking powder combination. So here I'm using 1 kg of flour. I'm just going to go on now to add in all my ingredients. I added 1 egg to 1 kg of flour. You can use 1 or 2 eggs. It just takes your buns recipe to another level. Mix your batter should be this thick and stretchy. There are 3 ways you can scoop your buns. You can use the eye gouge method 1. You can scoop your buns whereby you press it from the bottom or downwards from your palm. But I prefer this third method, the scooping and dropping method. It works well for me from Nigerian Bones. So whichever one works for you is fine. Just like your Nigerian egg roll, you're not allowing your dough to proof. You are going on immediately to fry. Heat up your oil, fry on consistently medium heat, depending on the kind of buns you are going for. If you are going for your crunchy or rocky buns, you may just scoop your butter into the oil, reduce the heat. Your buns will form crack, after which increase the heat. Go on now to fry until you get this golden brown look all the way through. For your soft buns recipe, that's not the case. You may need to heat up your oil. Once your oil is well heated up, go on how to scoop your butter into the oil. You do not reduce the heat. You just stir continuously until you have a golden brown look. Just make sure your oil isn't so hot. And if you find out your oil is too hot, you can add more oil or reduce the heat. You just want your buns to cook gradually and beautifully, like what you can see here. So this method, this recipe gives you both a crunchy buns and a soft buns recipe using the method I just explained to you. Set your bones in a sieve or salvet after frying, and this is what you get at the end of the day. A soft, crunchy bones. I don't know how you can get crunchy and soft at the same time, but this recipe gives you just that. And of course, a soft and fluffy bones recipe. If you are going for the soft bones recipe, it is not just soft, it is extremely fluffy and enjoyable. And I can bet you, your customers, your families will love this recipe if you decide to try it. Our number three recipe, whereby we'll be combining yeast and baking powder, is our Nigerian fish rolls. Nigerian fish roll is yummy, but adding yeast makes it so fluffy that my God, you cannot resist it. We are using Titus fish for this recipe, which I'm just going to boil with just salt. I'm not spicing it up because Titus fish, for me, it comes with its own flavor that I just want to preserve. I don't want to do too much. And of course, I'm going to also spice the fish while frying, so it is fine to boil it with just salt or even with nothing at all. Go on now to debone your fish in a wide plate or platter. Take out as much bones as possible. This will help your fish rolls to be more enjoyable when you have less bones in your filling. Heat up some oil and saute some onions in a pan. Stir for like a few minutes. Add in a little bit of garlic and ginger paste and a little bit of scotch bonnet pepper or any kind of pepper you would like to use for your fish roll recipe. After frying for a while, go on now to add in your properly deboned fish. Stir continuously while you add in your spices. You can just go in with your curry, your thyme, and whichever spice you have available in your kitchen is fine. Add in a little bit of salt and seasoning to taste. Please do not do too much with your seasoning. At this point, you can add in spring onions or just allow your fish to fry until a little bit crispy, then you set it aside. We are using a few eggs for this recipe. Add in your water, add in your salt and sugar, stir your liquid and set aside. Don't worry, the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box. Have you watched to this point? Please thumbs up this video, do like and share, comment, and please subscribe. If you've tried any of Debbie's kitchen recipe, please comment in the comment section and tell me which of my recipes you have tried and how has it been for you so that others can also try those recipes and get the same results that you've had. If Debbie's kitchen has helped you, please, I would love your feedback. Comment in the comment section. It really means so much to me. And don't forget to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to like. It will help YouTube to push these videos to others that would love this recipe or this recipe will be of help too. We divided our dough into 70 gram each. You can go for between 50 to 100 gram depending on the size of fish roll you are going for. But for me, 70 gram works just fine. The fish roll didn't come out so big, it didn't come out so little. Brush the edge with egg wash or water. I prefer egg wash, but if it's water you have, it works just fine. Roll in your fish roll like so. You can watch this part over and over again to get the hang of it. And set on a plate, heat up your oil and get ready to fry. The ingredients and measurements will be in the description box, so do not worry. Fry on consistently medium heat. You wouldn't want your oil to be too hot. You can just chop some pieces of onions into the oil, and when it start bubbling slightly, place in your fish roll in there. Stir continuously until you have an even brown look, and this is what you get at the end of the day. This fish roll recipe came out looking bigger than usual, of course, because of the yeast, and it was so enjoyable. So if you haven't added yeast to your fish roll recipe, egg roll or buns, I think you should give it a try. See you in my next one. God bless you.